Hello everyone, welcome to the Kiki London YouTube channel. My name is Amanda. In today's video we are going to be doing a chrome nail art tutorial, but of course we're going to be doing it Halloween style as it is spooky season, so I really hope you all enjoy watching. Now I have already applied some press on nail tips to my nails and I've given these a light buff just to make sure our gel products stick with no issues, and I'm going to be coming in with RB20 from the rubber colour base range. Now I've probably mentioned this in previous videos, but if I'm ever wearing press on nail tips, I like to use rubber base over them, usually in 2 coats. So I like to start off with 1 coat, and I just find this really reinforces and strengthens press on nails and gives them that feel as though you are wearing a sculpted or builder gel set of nails. So I've applied 1 coat using the bottle brush, and then I'm going to switch to the stripe liner brush just to get a nice neat cuticle application and to get that as close as possible. Now I will actually be applying 2 coats of the rubber colour base, but due to the design we're doing, we're just going to start off with 1 coat. Now I did do that on all 4 of the nails, and then I'm going to pop this in to cure for 30 seconds. Now, as mentioned, we're going to be doing some chrome nail art, so I've chosen to use the purple mirror chrome powder, which does look a little of, it's like a pinky purple colour, and you're going to need a no wipe top coat to apply this on top of. So I'm using the crystal top coat today, but you can use any no wipe top coat from the Kiki range for this step. So I'm going to apply a thin coat of this on the middle and ring finger, and then we're going to pop this in to cure for 60 seconds. If you are using the regular no wipe top coat, that does only require a 30-second cure, but always check your bottles and you will see the cure times for each product. I love chrome. I think it's so fun to play around with. So I'm going to take a little eyeshadow style brush and just take a small amount of chrome powder, and I'm just going to apply this in the center of the nails. I kind of wanted to create a bit of an aura effect. I wanted these to look a little bit mystical, especially these 2 nails. So as you can see, I'm just taking a small amount, and rather than applying it to the entire nail, I'm just burnishing it lightly into the center of the nail, making a circular oval shape. And then I'm going to take the Kiki London dust brush and very gently dust away any of that excess chrome powder. It did go up into my cuticles a little bit, so I'm going to take the round nail art brush just with a small amount of alcohol on it and clean around those cuticles. Now you do have to be careful at this step, because if you do get it on the chrome, it will remove it, because we've not sealed anything in as of yet. So just be careful at this step, as you can see I did hit that little circular area slightly, but we're going to move on. These little mistakes happen and I wanted to leave it in the video. Now I'm going to sandwich that chrome in with another layer of RB20, because like I said, I wanted to create this aura mystical look, and I don't think I've ever sandwiched chrome between 2 layers of rubber base, but as you can see it gives off that aura effect, and I really liked this because it was super easy to do. And anytime I've tried any other aura style design, it's not been as easy as this was. And with the range of mirror chrome powders that are available on the Kiki London website, you could really create some fun designs using this technique. So I'm going to come in with that 2nd coat of RB20, just applying it nice and thin. You also want to check your brush that you've not picked up any chrome powder on it before you put it back in the bottle. And I then popped these in to cure again for 30 seconds. Now I want to do some stamping over the top of these 2 nails, so I'm going to take an alcohol wipe and wipe away the tacky inhibition layer. This isn't a necessity, you can skip doing this if you don't want to, but I do find with stamping over the top of the rubber colour bases, the rubber bases do leave behind quite a thick tacky inhibition layer, a little bit thicker than say a regular gel polish, so I find it easier to wipe it away. Otherwise some of that inhibition layer ends up transferring to the stamper. And then I wanted on these 2 nails to go for a bit of a stake and dagger look for Halloween, so it's a little bit different, it's a little bit girly I feel, but I like that style for Halloween. So I've stamped down my first image and I'm stamping it directly over that chrome area, and I loved how it turned out. I thought it was just such a simple yet pretty look. So let's talk stamping. I always like to use the alcohol wipes to clean my stampers. So I'm just taking one of those, giving the stamping plate a good clean. You want to make sure you do this before any stamping, just to make sure you've got no previous stamping polish or dust or anything on your plate. I'm then picking out the dagger image. I'm going to take my stamping polish, apply that to the entire design. I usually do 2 to 3 scrapes just to make sure I've filled that image and removed some of the excess stamping polish. I've then picked it up onto my stamper just using a quick flick of my wrist, and then I take a lint roller and remove any excess. I always find it easier to remove the excess on the stamper rather than off the nail. Then we've placed that down, and again directly over that chromed area just by pressing down firmly and giving the stamper a little wriggle. I will come back and top coat these 2 nails further along in the video, but for now we're going to move on to the pointer and ring finger, where we're going to do some isolated chrome pumpkins. Now, as I mentioned, I like to wear 2 coats of the rubber colour base. It is designed to be worn like that, so 1 coat for your base coat and 1 coat for your colour, and using these in 2 coats does give you a more strengthened manicure as well. Now, instead of using RB20, I decided I wanted to add some sparkles to this nail, to these 2 nails, so I reached for RB25 instead. And this is something else I love about the rubber colour base range. You can layer up your colours and create different effects. This is quite a light pink, but by having that more pop-in pink underneath, it did alter the colour slightly, which I really liked for this particular set. So I applied a coat of that to both the pointer and the little finger, and then I'm going to pop these into Cure. Now on these 2 nails we're going to be doing some isolated chrome, and isolated chrome is a lot easier over a matte surface. So on these 2 nails I'm going to take the matte top coat, apply a thin coat of this to both of the nails, and then we're going to pop them in to Cure again for 30 seconds. Now, I'm not going to be leaving these 2 nails matte. I'm going to be coming in at the end and re-top coating them with a glossy top coat, but I did really love how these shimmers looked matte. Now, if you do happen to get any of your gel products on the skin, you want to make sure to clean it off using some alcohol before popping them in to Cure. So this is what those shimmers looked like with a matte effect, which I really loved. Now, to stop your isolated chrome sticking in areas you don't want it to, I do also find it helpful to come over the matte top coat and make it even more matte by gently buffing the surface of the nail. And I'm just doing this using the 180 grit side of my Kiki London buffer, and I'm then going to take the Kiki London dust brush and give the nails a good dust so we remove any dust from the nail before going in and doing our chrome. Now, to apply our chrome, when I'm doing isolated chrome, I like to use the Kiki London gel paints. These cure tack free, so they are perfect for applying your chrome. And where we're going to be using a black today, it really makes that mirror chrome pop compared to painting on your design with a clear top coat. I always find it a little bit harder to paint on with a clear top coat because it's a little bit harder to see where you're going with your design. It's a lot easier with a coloured product. So if you don't have the black gel paint, you can also do this with the white gel paint. Depending on the base you put underneath your mirror chrome, it does make it look a little bit different. So we're going to be using a black base, and it really brings that purple effect to life. However, if you use a white base, it will look a little bit softer. And then again, if you don't have either of the gel paints, you can use your no wipe top coat for this step, which I think I've done in older videos along before the gel paint launched. So as you can see, I've just created a pumpkin shape on the tip of the nail using that stripe liner brush, and I filled in the area with the stripe liner brush as well. You want to try and apply this as thin as possible so that you don't have any curing issues. I've never had any curing issues with the gel paint. It is a slightly thicker consistency to regular gel polish, but it's so highly pigmented that it is amazing for any kind of nail art because it is a lot easier to paint with where it is that slightly thicker consistency. It does require a 60-second cure, so I've cured this for 60 seconds, and as you can see, I did a pumpkin on my little finger as well. At this point, they do kind of look like hearts. So we're going to come in with that same purple mirror chrome powder and just burn this straight into our cured gel paint. So just giving it a good rub using a circular motion just to burnish that chrome in. And it doesn't matter if you go over the black, because where we've done all of those steps to make these nails matte, this will dust off effortlessly. So just make sure you are fully covering anything that you want it to be chrome. Then going to take the dust brush again and dust away all of that excess, and just look how effortlessly that has removed from the nail. I haven't got to go in with any alcohol or any acetone at all to clean up. I did then go in over the top to create more of a pumpkin effect, because at the moment, like I said, they're looking a little bit like hearts. So this time I'm going to use the Kiki London white gel paint. You could have done this as well with the black if you wanted to, but I felt as though white would tie in better with the stamped designs we've done. So I'm taking the white gel paint. I always like to add a little bit of my gel paint to a palette. This way I feel as though I can work my brush through it a little bit more. You don't need a lot on your brush, but it does make it a bit easier if you've worked it through the bristles. So I'm going to follow the lines that I originally created for my pumpkin. So I just did these two lines together with the black, and then we coloured it in. So I'm going to follow those lines to get the first two lines on our pumpkin, and then I'm just going to add a few more to create that definition and pumpkin shape. And as you can see, it's a lot easier to paint with the gel paints where they are slightly thicker, they don't run or bleed. And I'm then going to come in and paint on the little stalk leafy bit for the top of the pumpkin. And I tried to make this a little bit more intricate than just doing a simple stalk, but on the little finger, I really struggle with my little finger. I did keep it a lot more simple, but you can go as out there or as simple with this step as you feel comfortable with. I just feel as though it's a lot easier to paint with the gel paints, but I still need lots of practice when it comes to hand painting, as it has never been my strong point. Now I did do the same on the little finger and popped these in to cure for 60 seconds, and this is the finished result. Of course, we do need to come in and top coat to seal all our nail art in and bring those middle two nails to life. So I'm going to come in and use the crystal top coat again for this. Ideally, with the crystal top coat or the no wipe rubber top coat, you want to do this step. I find these two top coats the best for encapsulating any kind of chrome. The no wipe top coat is brilliant for anyone who's quite hard on their nails or suffer with chipping issues. So if you have done chrome before and had any chipping issues, I would highly recommend checking out the no wipe rubber top coat. The crystal top coat is kind of like somewhere between the regular top coat, the regular no wipe top coat, and the rubber top coat. It's a little bit thicker than the no wipe, and it's not as thick as the rubber. But what I love about this top coat is it's called the crystal top coat because it has the most beautiful high shine finish. So I'm going to apply this on all four of the nails, and then we're popping them in to cure for 60 seconds. And then this was such a fun yet simple design to do. I really loved how it turned out. I love how the crystal top coat has brought the shine back to all of that chrome on the middle nails. And it was just a really cute set. It's not spooky Halloween at all, but this is kind of like my kind of Halloween. So I really liked how it turned out. Now, of course, although this is a Halloween design, you can use all of these tips and tricks or techniques to create any kind of chrome designs. Do let me know in the comments below if there's anything else you would like to see done with chrome, or any particular designs, anything you are struggling with. Let me know in the comments below and I'll be happy to help. I did finish off with some cuticle oil, so I shall leave you guys with some pictures of the finished set, and as always, all of the products I've used are listed in the description box below. But if there's anything I've missed, or if there's anything you would like to know, do drop me a comment below, and like I said, I will be happy to help. If you did all enjoy today's video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed to the Kiki London channel, please do hit that subscription button, and I shall see you all again in the next video. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Lots of love. Take care. Bye bye.